The Galaxy Z Trifold. It's been with us at SamMobile for a little bit of time now, and we have all of our final thoughts to put into a review. This is our full review of the Galaxy Z Trifold. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. And our man Max, who is our TikTok and Shorts creator, has been using the Z Trifold for a little bit of time now, which means he's ready to give his final review and thoughts delivered through me. The Z Trifold is basically the point where a foldable stops being like a phone and starts being almost like a foldable tablet. The Trifold name comes from the fact it's got 3 separate screens on the inside, even though it's only a double folding point. It's because when you unfold it that 2 times, you've got 3 parts of the display that you can operate. The fun of it is that whilst it's open in that 10-inch state, you can fold it away and put it into your pocket, and it's very compact for a tablet of that size. This isn't a concept anymore. This exists as a product that is surprisingly functional. It won't come cheap. Almost $3,000 to get your hands on a phone that unfolds into a proper tablet. Some people might be able to justify it. That'll come down to you. Let us know after the review what you think. From a design standpoint, it's an obvious flex, and pun intended, absolutely. Considering the device, it's actually surprisingly thin, even if it is thicker than what has come before it. But when you consider that compared to the older foldables that Samsung have made, like the Fold 1 and Fold 2, it's actually a lot thinner for a first-gen product than what both of those were. So Samsung have done a really good job at bringing this first-gen product to market and actually maintaining a surprisingly thin form factor. The crafted black finish on the back is an interesting touch, and it does help the device stand out, and you can see it when you're sort of touching and interacting with it, how different and unique it actually is. It's like a sophisticated ceramic and glass fiber reinforced polymer, and it does attract a lot of fingerprints, so just be wary of that. Part of the design too, and this is what I really appreciate about what Samsung does with products like this, is they try and make sure it stays water resistant. IP48 water resistance and dust rating means you can give yourself a bit of confidence to use it in the elements. But from a functional, practical design point of view, it's not light. It's 309 grams, which for a tablet, extremely light. But for a phone, it's very heavy. You will notice the thickness when it's closed, 12.9 millimeters thick, with the 3 displays sort of ended up stacking on top of each other. But because it's narrow, it does make it comfortable to use one-handed. So there is at least that going for it when it's in that closed form. But when it's fully unfolded, the thinnest point is just 3.9 millimeters, which is staggering for a tablet. There is, of course, the camera bump on the back, which isn't centered. So when you do have it laying flat, you will obviously feel that. And you've got the speakers, which because of the thin form factor, do take a bit of a hit. You're here with Daniel. Samsung just took the wraps off their unpacked invite. So next week, February 25th, we are going to get to see the Galaxy S26 in all its glory. From a display point of view, Samsung on the front have pretty much got the same display as what the Fold 7 has. A 6.5-inch, 120Hz cover screen is narrow enough to be used comfortably one-handed, and that kind of helps with the thickness, as I said before. But you're not buying this for the cover screen. You'd be crazy to spend almost $3,000 to just use this phone closed. You're buying it because when you unfold it, you have a 10-inch tablet to utilize. Content looks stunning. And because it's a 16:11 aspect ratio, it pretty much stretches out the entire display. And if you're social media inclined, when you flip it into vertical form, it's actually surprisingly fun to use and sort of scroll through social media or sort of shorts in that way as well. That inner display also takes advantage of Samsung software, things like Samsung Dex, the multi-window environment, especially as I said, there's that 3 sections of the display, which means you can easily launch 3 apps next to each other and not be cramped. It feels like it should work, because it does. The good thing too is built into the folding mechanism is warnings if you are folding it the wrong way. Because of the fact Samsung have built it to protect the inner displays when it's closed, Samsung also have a very specific way of closing it. You can only close it from a specific side. If you try and close it from the wrong side, it lets you know with increasing levels of vibration that you're doing it the wrong way. But that part is also kind of where it's maybe a little bit of a hindrance. Because with the Fold 7, you just open it once and you're in the inside. With the Trifold, you have to unfold it twice to get to the inner display because you can't even use it at any point on the display. The touch interaction is dead, even if it's only unfolded once. That doesn't give that flexibility in between, and it adds an extra step to access that inner display. From a performance standpoint, it's pretty much kitted out. You've got the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, which launching this year might seem aged, but it's a chip that performs exceptionally well. So I don't think you've got any issues there. You're not buying this just for the chip. You're buying it for everything else it does. You've got plenty of base storage, 512 gigabytes and 16 gigabytes of RAM. You won't have any issues using this thing in daily life. What's good too, as part of the design makeup, Samsung found room for more battery, 5,600 milliamp hours in capacity. Because you most likely will use this thing closed quite a bit, because let's face it, a lot of the phone tasks make sense that way, and tablet tasks you might use less frequently, means that you're actually going to get really strong battery performance out of this. Because of 5,600 milliamp hour in capacity versus a 6.5-inch cover screen, the battery's going to win more often than not. It's going to draw less power from that screen. And because it's over a certain capacity as well, you've got 45-watt fast charging to help you out to top yourself up. Then we get on to the cameras. And I think here a lot of people would try and think that Samsung should kit this out with better cameras, but you're not buying a trifold for a camera. You're buying it for the trifold, for the tablet, for the software experience, and for the hardware prowess. But Samsung haven't skimped. They still have got capable cameras in here. So much capable that they were from the Fold 7. It's the exact same set of cameras on the back here that are on the trifold. So really, from an output point of view, you know what to expect, because from the Fold 7, you get that same output and this will provide you the same. And because it has more than just the rear cameras, you've got inner camera, you've got a selfie camera on the front, plenty of ways to take photos. Where this does fall down for me, and this is my personal view, not having used it, but just observing, is you lose the fun from a Fold 7. You lose that flex mode that allows you to fold the thing halfway and capture your content. Trifold doesn't have any of those features because it doesn't have the flex mode. The Hinge doesn't have that support mechanism for it, and then you just won't be able to use it in that way. With a device like this, Samsung needs to kit it out with new software. So yes, it's out of the box running One UI 8 with Android 16, but you get the software experience that Samsung love to provide. They don't just build this thing and don't make anything special for it. They've made it custom. You've got the 3-app mechanism where you can have the 3 apps side by side for multitasking, which you can customize and orientate in different ways. But Samsung have also kitted this thing out with Samsung DeX. Now, it's the same Samsung DeX that you get on the tablet series. So that new DeX that Samsung have made for it, this comes to the trifold only on the inner display. And what this does is it allows apps to launch into sort of windowed environments, kind of like a desktop PC. And then you can also create multiple desktops. You launch the recent apps and add extra desktops. And then you've got Samsung DeX where you can just keep adding more desktops. Of course, it also adds in DeX where you can connect to a monitor through either wireless DeX or cable DeX. But the fact you've got it on this 10-inch tablet that folds away, yeah, it's impressive. From an engineering standpoint, this is everything you'd want it to be. Samsung have done an amazing job to fit in here what they've done. 3.9mm thin at its thinnest point, only 12.9mm thin when closed, which some might say that's too thick, but considering what this thing does, you've got to be impressed by that. It's got a very capable camera system. It's got software to support the whole thing, and it only weighs 309 grams. Some might say, oh, it weighs 309 grams, but honestly, it's 100 grams more roughly than this, which, when you think about it, makes sense because there's a whole extra screen on here. You don't buy this for its value. And by that, I mean, you don't buy it because you want to save money on buying a phone and a tablet. You buy this because you want to have a bit of a status, or you genuinely want it to replace a phone and a tablet and you just want one device. That might value you more than carrying around 2 things, and you're not willing to pay extra for that. And you're going to have to. But if you are in that value-focused mode, then maybe a tablet and a Fold 7 or a tablet and an S25 Ultra, here it is, could be a go. But maybe you're not like that, and this is where this comes in. Anyway, we're looking forward to seeing where Samsung takes this technology. A huge thank you to Max for filming all the review and putting it down on paper for me. I'm just here delivering it to you. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Z Trifold. You can go and find Max's content on TikTok and on our own shorts here on YouTube, and go read the review on our website, SamMobile.com as well. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.